proud privilege to be part of this summit where I have been participating second time consecutively. And I am very honored and excited to be part of this deliberation that is happening throughout the day. In fact, if you look at the kind of BPM industry we have in India, it's one of the growth driver and job creator for the country. In year 2016-17, the total BPM industry was about $30 billion, and out of which more than $26 billion were made by these BPM companies by way of exports. The BPM industry in India has moved up the value chain, and it is performing its functions at the top of the value chain. Means it's using the high-tech and latest technologies to serve its customers. In recent days, we have been listening a lot about disruptions of technology in BPM processes, like the processes like AI, robots, and all. And I am sure that the BPM industry has been able to, take up these challenges and has been working together to not only contain the disruptions but also to use the disruptions to modify and amend its processes and offerings to stay afloat and grow further. Indian BPM industry and IT services industry put together is a very strong industry sector for India. The total export that was made by the entire IT and ITeS sector has been in tune of $170 billion in the year 2016-17. And it is an enormous number. And all the sectors of industry put together has captured about 56% of the total sourcing business in the world. But if you look at the product market in the world, global market in the world, which stands about $411 billion, which was estimated in the year 2016. The share of India was merely 6.1 billion. And that is where nowadays all the stakeholders in this country are talking about not only we grow in the sourcing business, services business, but we should also focus simultaneously to concentrate on product creation, technology creation, so that we are able to, also have the sizable chunk of the international global market in terms of product and can create a lot of wealth and technology within India. I am sure that the kind of learning the BPO industry has over 2.5 decades and the kind of maturity the industry has shown, I am sure that this industry will not only grow in terms of services that they are offering, but they would also improve quality-wise, move up the value chain, and would also indulge in creation of product and technology, which can be used to showcase as a product by this country. The kind of deliberations, the kind of sessions that have been planned within the entire day are very, very important and very, very futuristic. And I'm very sure that the kind of distinguished experts and speakers who are gathered here would definitely, come to some kind of conclusion and references and recommendation that they would try to take it to the government, where government can also work with industry to take future initiatives. The Ministry of Electronics and IT, about 2 years before, our Honorable Minister Shri Ravi Shankar Prasad ji had taken an initiative to make sure that the industry, BPO industry, knowledge-based industry, disperses from tier 1 cities to tier 2 and tier 3. He fondly calls that I want to take BPO industry to the rural towns, smaller towns and more fossil towns. And for achieving this, an initiative was taken, we call it India BPO scheme. And for Northeast, we call it Northeast BPS scheme. About 550 crore budget allocation was made for this scheme, and we had targeted about achieving 55,000 seats across the country. The idea was to incentivize dispersal of BPO operation in smaller towns and barring the tier 1 cities. And you will be very glad to know that slowly we are trying to very close to achieving our targets. By now, about 36,000 seats have already been allocated, which is going to convert about 1.5 times of these seats in number of jobs. And it has also, changed the, profile of the presence of the BPO industry in India. About 60 new cities, new locations have got the BPO operation because of this scheme.